What's up, boys? I had an idea here for a video or a couple of videos. I've been having an idea for a while now, and I finally figured I'm gonna go ahead and try. My editing, my equipment, all this shit is average to below average. I've never made a video. I've had this account for a long time. I've never once made a video, uploaded a video, anything like that. So this is the first try. So bear with me with the bad audio quality. I gotta use what I have here. I gotta work with what I got. But the idea of this series, and it's a series, if people take to it and give decent feedback and say we want to see this continue, then I'll keep doing the research because it's a lot to look into. Again, I don't know how to put videos together and shit, so I'm doing the best I can. I don't care about the likes and dislikes. I expect his wheelchairs to come in here and dislike it, and whatever. I don't care if he sub. I don't care about that. The only thing I'm gonna look at is the comments. That's what's gonna tell me if I need to continue this going forward, if I need to just abandon it, what I need to improve on it, what sucks about it. I'm gonna take the comments seriously. I know most of the regular detractors and people in the comment section. Y'all see me all the time in the comments. I see y'all, so I know who y'all are. I trust your word. But again, this is just something to see what makes these people tick, why they latch on to this guy, and just how crazy some of these people are. Again, this is just part one of it. There's going to be more to come, assuming y'all want to see this. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The very first message here we got, this was after he switched his name from OIC to Dr. Tony Huge. And this was last year some point. I'll probably go back and add the dates maybe in the description. But right now we're just looking at the picture, and again the quality's bad because I had to pull these up and screenshot them and blow the picture up. So forgive that. But the message states it's 100 bit cheer, of course. It says, "Trust me, I'm here almost every day, so I know your situation. So I know the difference between one good night versus a good week / month / year, etc. Just saying that not everyone watches you as religiously as me, so they might not know." Just saying that not everyone watches you as religiously as me, so they might not know. Number one is pathetic. I mean, and I'm trying not to make this about just ranting, because I could do that all fucking day, and I'm sure most of you could as well. But I'm trying to just stick to what we got here. So this was in response to DSP crying about a slow night and low tips last year at some point. And this was right after he changed his name from OIC to Dr. Tony. He was trying to hide, but he already got busted at this point. But think about that, man. Like, do you watch Tevin religiously? Like, I'm a fan of Tevin. I like Tevin. I like GTG. Shout out to the homie. I like watching Snort Burnell's videos. I like watching Ann Lee, James Lester. Anybody that takes the time to put out content, I will watch. But damn, not everyone watches you as religiously as me, so they might not know. It makes you sound pathetic. It makes you sound like you have nothing else in your life to attach yourself to or to do, or it's just pathetic. And you're going to see as the messages go along the level of what we're dealing with here. But this is one I wanted to start with for sure. And we got message number 2 here. Just straightforward, as you can tell. There's nothing to go too far into, but just think about this, man. I mean, what content creator, what YouTuber, who are you gonna send the money and say love you, Phil? Like, it's not even, hey, I love you, man, you're a good guy. No, it's love you, Phil, with the heart attached to it. Like, what is that? Why would you send that? Why would you say that in public? I understand, man, if you're a fan of the guy, but who says this? You think I'm gonna go to GTG's page and say, GTG, I love you? No, I'm not gonna do that, because GTG will probably smack me right in the face, and he would be right to do that. This is just weird. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Thank you. Alright, and here we got message number 3. Honestly, didn't even know or thought we would have hit the tier 2 sub goal already, to be honest. Now that we've hit it, I'm going to focus more on contributing via tips and cheers, since it looks like Murdoch covered me during the day stream today. Okay, obviously this was last year. This was during the vest streak. But I mean, is Phil your employer? Are you on a fucking work shift? Did Murdoch cover your shift in the day stream today? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you paying to come to work? Apparently you called in on the day stream. Murdoch, who I've heard people suggest that that's Swaggins. I believe it, but whatever. Who cares? Murdoch covered you during the day. He covered your shift during the day stream. Keep in mind, this guy's not a fucking mod at this point. Apparently it's his shift to come in here and deliver subs and just basically give Phil money. This is beyond fucking pathetic, man. This is what we're dealing with. Looks like Murdoch covered for me during the day stream today. And you know what? I wish I would have added the clip, because Phil's reaction, he tried to play stupid when he read this. But then he's like, he tried to cover it up afterwards. Like, oh yeah, Murdoch. Yeah, you mean Murdoch? He was really supportive today. Yeah, and then he just blew it off. And it's like, why are you saying this stuff, man? Do you realize what you sound when you say this shit? But here we go. Dr. Tony Huge, late to his work shift today for Phil. Not only does he not get paid, he fucking pays to work for this guy. There you go. Alright, and then the next message. Hey Phil, I'm about to head out to the gym before it closes. Just wanted to post a reminder to everyone in stream chat, since we are close to the break. We are just over 2/3 of the tips goal today. It would be super awesome and amazing if we could hit 169. And I think the message might have continued, but it got cut off at that point. What the fuck? So he's doing multiple things here. He's subtly telling the other pay pigs that he's leaving and he's not going to be there to tip. Number one, that's what he's doing, because he doesn't need to send money to say this. Number two, he's doing Phil's, again, he fucking works for Phil. He's doing his job for him. Just wanted to post a reminder to everyone in stream chat. He's basically doing what Phil does before he goes to breaks. Every 15 minutes, he just, you know how he does his little reminder, his begs. It's pathetic, man. He thinks, and this, you're going to see this the more we go along in this, hopefully series, but at least this video. He thinks he's part of the team. He thinks he's DSP. He thinks he's like Cat, maybe. I don't know. Cat, however you want to say it. He thinks he's her. He thinks he's like, they're a triangle. They're a threesome. I don't know what is fucking wrong with this guy. Like, could you imagine going to Tevin's stream or Ann Lee's stream and posting in there, hey guys, we haven't had some tips in a while. Just a reminder, if Ann Lee hits the 200, and by the way, Ann Lee, I saw you fucking tip $100 to DSP. I got you, motherfucker. I'm onto your shit. But if somebody went in there and said, hey guys, we haven't hit the tip goal. Ann Lee hasn't had a tip in a while. Just a reminder, if you want to see him put on the shades and the vest, send a big tip in, guys. No, motherfucker, I don't work for you. And motherfucker, you don't work for Phil. What is wrong with you, man? Jesus. Alright, and by the way, I was joking about Ann Lee tipping him, obviously. Somebody tipped $100 to DSP the other night, and it was under his name, and I guess they were fucking with him, but, anyways, the next message. Well, you know what they say, Phil. All good things must come to an end, eventually. 175 vest streak is still massively awesome and positive. If it ends tonight, I will play that song by the All American Rejects, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, he's trying to drum up sympathy. Again, he's doing Phil's job for him, trying to drum up sympathy from the pay pigs, trying to motivate them to tip. But he's also stroking Phil's little ego. And I emphasize little, but he's stroking his little fucking ego. If the best streak ends, which he knew it wasn't, he made fucking claims it was going to go to like 300 anyways. So what's the point of sending these, besides just giving him money, which the only thing Phil cares about, obviously. He doesn't care about you, OIC. He doesn't care about anybody else. He cares about himself, and he cares about money. But that's the other thing he's doing. He's bigging up his little ego, because if the best streak were to end, it's still massively awesome and positive. Dude, Again, this is not your fucking job. Why don't you let him worry about it, Indy? Why don't you let him worry about what he needs to worry about? Just sit there and fucking listen to the stream, watch the stream, comment every now and then, and just don't say stupid shit. This is exactly what it is. Stupid shit. Alright, then next one. This is a little more recent. Matter of fact, this was just the other night when DSP did the $3,000 marathon. Which, by the way, there's more proof coming out that he had already got paid that fucking day. He knew he had already got paid. He still did the fucking marathon knowing he had gotten paid. Lied about it all day long that he didn't know if he was going to get his fucking payment when he already got it. But we're going to let that play out. The fucking guy's a liar. We already know this. He lied again. What's shock? But look at this fucking message from OIC. But yeah, honestly, this is much less than what you used to make via subs and cheers, I'd imagine. That $3,000 goal is what he's talking about. Then at the bottom, so I'm not freaking out at all over it. Well, again, it's not your fucking position or your job to freak out. Number two, how do you know what he makes? How the fuck would you know? Number three, he had already got paid. He's blatantly lying to your face. He had already gotten paid. And he knows why he got banned. Other people have already said this. I'm not going to go too much into it. He knows what he got, not banned, I'm sorry, departnered. He knows what he got departnered for. More than likely it was for that PW dub shit. More than likely that's what it was for. He doesn't want to admit to it, obviously, because it makes him look really, really bad. And then the whole PayPal thing, major riot, all this shit makes him look bad. So he's not going to admit to anything that makes him look bad. He'd rather just lie and feign ignorance, just like he feigns distress. But, I mean, look at these fucking messages, dude. It's not your business what he makes. I'm not freaking out at all over it. Motherfucker, it's not your concern. Even at the end of the marathon when he didn't hit the fucking goal. Guys, don't worry. It almost like sometimes I feel like he's talking directly to ILC with some of these messages, or OIC with some of these messages, or some of these sayings that he does. Guys, don't worry. Please don't worry. We didn't hit the goal. It's not the end of the world. This is after saying earlier in the fucking stream that it was really, really bad if they didn't hit the goal. He was going to be in a lot of trouble. That's almost a direct quote. And at the end of it, don't worry. Please don't worry. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to move forward positively and see what happens tomorrow. That's because you got fucking paid already. And you tried to, what's the saying? You want your cake and eat it too? That's what he tried to do. And look what OIC is saying. He's buying this shit, man. Look at these messages. What's wrong with you, dude? Alright, here's another message. This is just him subtly, giving hints to the other pay pigs. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. Just good night, Phil. I'm gonna take off for now. I really hope you hit the tips goal for tonight. But if you don't hit it, 167 is still really good and really positive. Again, just more of the same. Stroking his little ego. But at the same time, definitely telling the other pay pigs, I'm not getting this tonight. Somebody else is gonna have to do it. On some of these nights, he did this and he stayed in there like Derek does. He stayed in there and he still tipped and he still, he wanted to make sure. But that's all he's doing in this fucking message. Just letting the other pay pigs know he's not going to be there to work his shift tonight. Alright, here's another message. Someone made a name in chat named Cat the Horse insulting your wife that needs to be banned. He's also been saying detractor shit in chat. So here he is just, blatantly snitching, sending money to snitch, trying to get other people banned. And this is something that's important because this was during the vest streak. He's not a fucking mod, but this guy, he's I almost feel like when Phil says those things about somebody emailed him behind the scenes or he got feedback behind this, it's OIC. And the reason is, this motherfucker, look what he does, man. He wasn't a mod. Nobody asked him to do this. He's just in there snitching on people. Again, like he thinks he's part of the fucking team. He's part of the three-way. He has to defend Ket's honor. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? You're not a mod. It's not your job to do this. And so what if somebody has a name in there like that? So what? Let Phil handle that. It'll get handled eventually. But here he is just snitching. This is why it's really bad that he's a mod now too, because this fucking guy gathers dirt on people. We've seen leaks before. By the way, shout out to Anani. Shout out to Anani, man. I doubted that fucking guy from the very beginning. I was right there front and center saying this guy's full of shit. Don't trust him. I don't believe him. And he came through and then some. So shout out to Anani, man. Big ups on that. Big ups DRS Gangster back in the day when he leaked that other shit. All these little, and by the way, shout out to anybody who's going to be a whistleblower in the future. Shout out to anybody that's going to leak that shit, whether you do or not, whatever. But if you're a whistleblower, we're not going to call you a detractor. We're not going to call you anything. We're going to call you a whistleblower. So shout out if y'all come out and show some more shit. But OIC is gathering shit on people, man. He's gathering info on people behind the scenes. He's snitching on people. Imagine if he was a fucking mod when this PW Dub shit happened. Phil in there just blatantly sharing fucking a picture. And by the way, PW Dubs, man, why would you even send that? Why? Just to stay in DSP's chat. Why? But imagine OIC was mod then. You want this motherfucker having your information and no telling what he's telling Phil behind the scenes, and I hate even saying that. But this fucking guy's a little snitch, and the next picture is gonna show that even more. Piece of shit. Alright, next message. Be on the lookout for Mobile Game Addict and Big Pimp Daddy in the stream chat. Something detractors. I don't know what the fuck that is, but and you know what? I remember. And by the way, if you're curious how I got these messages, Pig Go is the reference. I was doing some research on something a while back, and I just, like I said, I never put it together, but I'm doing it now, obviously. But you can go to Pig Go, and you can type in whatever you want to type in, whatever reference you want to use. The only problem is it'll bring up all the times that Phil's actually, so it basically catalogs his streams, and you can search by keyword. So if you want to search for horse or whatever, you just type that in and it'll bring up all the instances of when Phil has said that. Sometimes he doesn't pronounce his words properly or clearly, and I'm guilty of that too. You read stuff too fast, 100-bit cheer, So not every instance comes up, but a lot of these I was just doing research and I was just looking into stuff. And so this is how I came a lot of these. But this one sticks out in my mind because the video clip, Phil's trying to read it and he's trying to pronounce Mobile Game Addict, and he's trying to like fuck it up on purpose because he's embarrassed to say Mobile Game Addict because that's exactly what he is. So I remember this specifically. He's saying like, be on the lookout for Mobile Game Addict. Okay. And then he reads the rest of it. He's like, all right, and he just blows it off and keeps fucking doing whatever he's doing. But again, more snitching by this fucking guy before he was a mod. More just him digging up dirt on people, trying to make people look bad. Guy's a bitch. Alright, and then this message, this doesn't really have anything to do with the main part of the video that I've covered so far. This is something different. So originally I was under the impression that OIC was somebody else before he was OIC, right? And I had a few talks with people. I'm not going to say any names. And we're just trying to figure out, is this guy somebody who's been in chat before? Because this dude talks a lot of shit, man. And when you tend to talk a lot of shit, people start to say, you know what, fuck it then, man. I'm going to look into this. I'm going to find out what I can. And this was just something that piqued my interest. So the message is, hey Phil, have you ever played Golden Sun for the GBA? Just wondering. I think one of those games would be a good choice for the viewer's choice game if we hit the sub goal for July. So, nothing really too odd about this, except Golden Sun for the GBA is, to me, it's an oddly specific reference. I'm not a huge video game player. I do like, Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA. I'm a sports guy. So I play all the sports games. But I'm not, I'm not into the Japanese culture type games. I'm not into, I do like the Nintendo. I mean, I do still play the Nintendo from time to time, original Nintendo. But anyways, when I was originally looking into this one stuck out to me. And you'll see why in the next message. All right, so Golden Sun again just stuck out to me. So I searched Golden Sun and Pick Go, and I only got one other response or one other result, and it was by somebody named Crystal Laser. Now I'm not saying Crystal Laser was OIC. It's just a pretty big coincidence, and looking into it more, I don't think he is, but again, you never know. And by the way, I did see Crystal Laser's Twitter. That's why I don't think it's OIC. But anyways, the message reads, GBA Marathon through emulators, Mega Man Battle Network, Mario and Luigi, Golden Sun, and more. I'll keep campaigning for it until everyone else gives in. So here we have Golden Sun and GBA again. And then now this guy wasn't around when OIC was around. This is before OIC's time, but not a super long time. Maybe like 6 months to a year prior to OIC. And here he is. I'll keep campaigning for it until everyone else gives in. So to me, it sounds like he's trying to get it for a what's the goal, like the sub goal or whatever. When he picks a game based off of what everybody nominates. That's what it sounds like to me he's doing. And again, I haven't heard too many people ask about Golden Sun on the GBA, Game Boy Advance. And then when you look at the previous message, OIC's asking about, has he ever played Golden Sun for the GBA? And he's thinking, oh, it'll be a good choice for the sub goal. If we hit the sub goal, it'll be a good nomination for you to play. Again, this is just me putting 2 and 2 together back in the day when I was first researching this. I don't think they're the same person. They could be, and if OIC disappears, then you'll know it is him. But I don't think it is. But just something very, very odd. But then as we go forward, the next couple of messages, again, it just shows you more into the mind of these people that are DSP fans, and just why do they do this? What is wrong with these people? Alright, so here's another message from Crystal Laser. So, if I offered to get a Game Boy player and a GameCube for you, would you be open to Game Boy games? I know more than just me would like to see some games like Golden Sun. So here's another Golden Sun reference. Who does that sound like to you? Offering him to buy him consoles and shit. Now I know OIC isn't the only one, although I know the consensus also was that OIC is the one that brought him that controller when DSP didn't need the controller. So here's somebody just, a former pay pig, former cuck, offering to buy games and consoles for this guy, and it's just like, dude, why? Just why, man? Just because you're so desperate to see somebody else play a game. Number one, just fucking ask the guy, hey, would you play this game? Let him do it. You don't need to buy him shit. What's wrong with you, man? So that was another thing early on that had me connecting it to OIC, just because. But again, that's not the only person that would do this. We see that by his wish list and stuff like that. So just another ridiculous message by one of his pay pigs. Alright, here we see more of the same. Hey Phil, if I gave you the money one day, would you be willing to play the Shantae games when you have time? I don't know what game that is, so whatever, but just more of the same. It wasn't enough that you asked him the first time that he ignored your message about the Game Boy and the GameCube and whatever. You had to send him more money, you had to ask him again, he had to ignore your question again. And it goes back to, are you going to Tevin's stream or Anleet's streams and saying, hey, can I buy you a PlayStation 5? Would you play this game for me if I bought you this PlayStation 5? I mean, they take it because it's a PlayStation 5, obviously, but why? Just why, man? What is wrong with these people? What is going through their minds? Ridiculous. And again, it was just back in the day, and more, in my mind at the time, evidence that maybe this is OIC because he has some of the same motives, but again, I don't think that's the case. Alright, and then again, when I was talking to people back then, or when I was looking this stuff up, another idea people had was that OIC might be Planet Jeff. I saw some coincidences for sure. I don't think it's that they're the same person. Um, but there's some coincidences. But then again, it's not just that. It's like looking into what these guys are saying and their mindset and why they're doing this. So here we have, and by the way, Planet Jeff was not there around the time OIC was. He was with Crystal Laser as well. So they both can't be the same person, obviously. Um, but if you want to go look into Planet Jeff, go to Kiwi Farm. Shout out to Kiwi Farms, by the way. And look up the Planet Jeff stuff. That was pretty crazy. But here he tipped $21. My last MC tip, which I'm assuming that's Minecraft, to you caused a massive amount of grief directed at me, but I really don't care. They don't understand and they never will. I do find it funnily ironic I named a cat a little before the little Jasper reveal. I had no idea DSP had a cat. Okay, this is fucked up on multiple levels. Number one, they don't understand and they never will. I really don't care. They don't understand and they never will. That is a scary thing to say to somebody. It's fucked up and it's just like something's not right. This is the type of shit, they don't understand and they never will. This is the type of shit you say to a female. Like when you're simping for a female, your homeboys or whoever's telling you, bruh, she ain't good for you. You need to ditch her. She's a bad influence. She's a hoe, whatever, whatever. Excuse me, I just hit the mic. And your response is, baby, I don't care. They don't understand and they never will. What brings you to say that to DS fucking P of all people? What is wrong with you? And we all know this guy tipped a fucking, what was it, $1,000 on the Jasper reveal. We know that was fucking, he talked to him beforehand. We know it, that he might not have told him $1,000 specific, but he said he was going to come through with a big contribution. And we know that because we know there's fucking evidence of Phil talking with people behind the scenes, begging them for money, trying to coordinate when they're going to come in. We seen it. Tevin put up multiple videos on it. The statue guy, I believe it was 6K. There was a 9K video that I can't find. He fucking talks to these people in emails and in discords, and he tries to arrange this shit. We know it's true. So he can say whatever he wants, but that's bullshit. But yeah, getting back to this. I really don't care. They don't understand and they never will. Now, people had said that Planet Jeff had lost his wife, and that's a fucked up thing. I would never wish that upon anybody, ever. And so I can maybe understand him just, in a time of grief, maybe latching on to DSP streams. Maybe he can't find something in real life, and, this is the way that he releases stress, or he, I don't know. Maybe it's cathartic to him. But why would you say this in public, man? They don't understand and they never will. What did DSP do? Did he come to your fucking house and be with you during that grief? Was he there holding your hand? No, he wasn't. He doesn't give a shit about you unless it's money. He might have emailed you back and forth a few times, but I guarantee you money was discussed in those emails. He's not your friend, man. He doesn't feel that way about you. He doesn't feel any type of way. Remember, his viewers are not his friends. You remember that? And then, Jeff just revealing shit like, I do find it funnily ironic I named a cat a little before the little Jasper reveal. And then in parentheses, I had no idea. Like this shit's funny. I had no idea DSP had a cat. Who fucking cares? Like, what are you saying this for? Why are you telling his chats? It's like they give a shit. It's like he's having, again, it's back to the OIC shit where he thinks he's a part of this. He thinks he's DSP. He thinks they're a team. He's telling everybody in chat, I had no idea DSP had a cat. Who gives a fuck, man? And the fact that you have to attach money to this to get him to read this shit should tell you everything you need to know. And one last thing on this. You see where massive is capitalized? Going back to one of those OIC messages where he was talking about the Vest streak ending, but it was massively positive and awesome. Massive was capitalized as well in that message too. Just, just a coincidence, but just something to keep an eye on. Again, I had talked to people before. I don't think they're the same person, but maybe they are, maybe they're not. It's just something to watch for. Alright, this is going to be the last message for this video. So obviously you can see the amount that was tipped. What have I just tuned into? Haha, Phil, love you and your contributions to the gaming world. Game on, brother. Okay, he has contributed to the gaming world, whether we like him or not. That's not up for debate. He absolutely has. But again, more of the love you. Why are these guys in love with this guy? What is going on? What is happening in this fucking world that these people are in love with DSP? Your contributions to the, I mean, you could have included that they were negative contributions, acting like a little bitch. You know, where am I playing? You still haven't told me. You want me to run your fucking tournament for you? What fucking contributions? 4th place at Evo? Are we talking 15, 16 years ago? Anyway, it's just more of this. And he had to attach $200 to tell him that he loves him. That should fucking tell you everything you need to know about these people. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up on this one. Again, in the comments, that will tell me everything I need to know. Whether you want to see more. This is only maybe like 10-15% of all the messages that I had gone through, that I screenshotted, etc., etc. So I've got more. If you want to see more, let me know. I will upload. Let me know the improvements I need to make. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know if you think this is a waste of time. And if it is, I just won't make any more. It'll be a one and done type thing. Let's do the shout out segment of the stream today. We're going to give shout outs for all the contributions. Shout out, obviously, praise be almighty. What's up, homie? Congratulations on getting partnered and doing your thing. It's beautiful. Shout out to GTG. That's a homie right there. And Lee, big ups, doing his thing, coming up in the world. Obviously the OGs, Snort Burnell, David Davidson, Mr. Hut Stuff, you know, James the Lesser, obviously, shout out. Agent Proper, that's a homeboy right there. That's a real one. Shout out to Agent Proper. And just all the people that don't get love, man. I mean, I see Semicolon, he started uploading. Oh, shout out to Sunspot Gallery for doing his bacon sweats. Those are good. I saw Winter, he was uploading. That's 100% a lie. Stop uploading. I don't know what happened there. But just shout out. And then shout out to the homeboys that I always see in the comment section. I've been away from the DSP restreams. Dark Dave Mears, shout out to you, homie. But to my homies in there too. What's up to Jay? That's a homeboy right there. JG Winnell. Max Reyes Sosa. Jay Wells' cousin M Hell. You know, shout out to everybody that I always see in the comment sections, man. Y'all always bring good shit for me to read. Y'all have good contributions. Shout out to Kiwi Farms. I love reading Kiwi Farms. I ain't been there in a minute, but you know, I love reading Kiwi Farms. I'll probably go back. Just shout out to everybody, man, and let me know in the comments. Like I said, I don't care if you like the video or you dislike it. I don't care if you sub. I don't care about none of that stuff. Just let me know if you want to see more, and I will look into it. Until then, man, I'll holler at you. Yep.